It's a new year and everyone's making predictions. So here's a prediction for you. In 2025, video games are going to be pretty cool. Welcome to Triple Click, where we bring the games to you. We also bring the predictions to you, which is what we're doing this week as we revisit our predictions from last year and make a whole bunch more for 2025. There's a lot of prognosticating to do, so let's get into it. I'm Kirk Hamilton.
I'm Maddy Myers.
And I'm Jason Schreier. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my friends.
And Happy New Year.
Are you ready for the first episode of 2025?
I'm ready.
Indeed.
2025. Gotta remember
exciting.
It's a new year. New number.
Gotta remember to write it on all your checks.
Right. All the checks I'm writing.
It
comes up all the time for me.
Yeah. I gotta remember to stop writing null and void on all my checks.
Yeah. You just keep accidentally, compulsively writing that every time you see a check.
My landlord is like, null and void. This is supposed to be 2025.
Yeah. Well, luckily I can write checks because
of our wonderful listeners who support our show.
There you go.
I was letting you guys just kind of peter out there and just to see where the null and void joke was going.
I was petered out like 5 hours ago.
Yes, we are, as always, a listener-supported show, and now in 2025, we're even more listener-supported than ever. No, just kidding. We're the exact same amount of listener-supported, which is entirely listener-supported. We really appreciate all of you out there who are members of Maximum Fun and make it possible for us to make this show. We don't have sponsors. We don't have ads. We don't deal with any of that nonsense. It's just us and you. And that's very special. So yeah, if you want to become a member, go to MaximumFun.org/join. Become a member of Maximum Fun. Make it your 2025 New Year's resolution that you're going to support some listener-supported media that you enjoy. And if you become a member, of course, you will get access to loads of bonus episodes. We release one every month. There's, talk about movies, there's talk about our lives, there's talk about cooking. We did a 3-part D&D campaign last year. There's a bunch of spoiler episodes for games that we have talked about on the main feed episodes. And coming up this month at the end of January, there will be a big discussion of Metaphor Refantasio, full of spoilers, talking about everything that happens in that game and what we thought of it. Really fun conversation that we had on that bonus episode. So yeah, become a member. Anyways, MaximumFun.org/join. And thank you so much to everybody who supports our show. All right, it's time to get into it. Jason, take us away.
This week, we are talking about predictions. It is time for the fan favorite episode of the year. This week, we are going to go through last year's predictions and make some new ones for the year to come. So, real quick, in case you're tuning in for the first time, here's how this works. Every year, the three of us play a little game where we each make 10 predictions, plus a bonus, and we figure out throughout the course of the year who got the most right, and whoever got the most right gets to pick a game that we all play throughout that year. And so we all made predictions this time last year for 2024. Today we're going to revisit them all and figure out whose game we are going to play. And then we're going to make some new ones. And so up top, I should just talk a little bit about our rules for this exercise, which include no delays, this game will be delayed. Nothing subjective. We have to have kind of tangible results here, predictions we can point to and say, yes, this is objectively correct. And no inside info, which makes it difficult for some of us to resist the urge to do predictions about things that we might know or have heard rumors about.
But that'd be no fun.
Yes. Oh, yes. This is how, and you can tell that we'll get to how you can tell that we're not cheating.
You can tell by our
Jason,
hit
for
rate,
example, did not use inside information.
We know anything at all about what we're saying.
Hey, man, spoilers. And one more quick thing before we get into last year's predictions is that we will be spoiling the ending for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, since that was relevant to all three of our predictions.
Oh, yeah.
Be
That's
warned,
true.
we will be spoiling that. Skip ahead to the 2025 predictions if you don't want to be spoiled on the ending of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to go one person at a time. Why don't we each read our full list of predictions one at a time, and then and then we'll discuss whether they're right or wrong. So, Kirk, why don't you start us off?
Okay, I will start us off. My first prediction, drum roll please, the new Nintendo console will have Switch in the name. No, this didn't happen.
And no, since it was not announced, this is
not applicable.
Yeah, the most disappointing kind of prediction.
All of our predictions about Switch 2 are just an immediate no because it was not announced last year.
Yeah, it's much more fun to get a wrong than a TBD,
yes.
but this one's wrong because it is TBD. Okay, number 2, Ubisoft will be acquired. Nope, did not happen.
Did not happen.
Number 3, and this is when we get into spoilery territory, Aerith will still die in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I got this one.
Yeah.
She does, in fact, die.
Still a yes.
Ding.
Yeah.
This was a prediction I went back and forth on, too.
I know
we all predicted one way or the other.
I will say, though, it's possible that the third one is like, nope, she didn't die because it's left so ambiguous.
It doesn't matter, though.
It does seem like she died at the end of this one. So I think it's a yes.
And the rule says Rebirth in Kirk's prediction, so I think we have to
if
give
that
it to
happens,
him.
We can go back and we can cancel out the point like a year later.
Exactly,
Right.
and we won't play the game.
Any game playing. We
play the game.
Yeah.
Maddy, no, I'm saying that I'm not saying that the third one will reverse the decision. I'm saying the third one will reveal that she did not, in fact, die and she's actually alive. But regardless, I think it's a win for Kirk. So that's one correct prediction so far.
Yeah, and what is death in the context of the live stream?
So true.
So moving on, my next prediction is an indie game from a small team will win Game of the Year at the Game Awards. Unfortunately, Balatro did not win, so that's a no. Next, Nintendo will announce a remake of A Link to the Past. Nope, that just didn't happen. Next, at least one video game will use generative AI in the game itself. Now, this might have happened in some really minor context, but I was talking about, like a major game has NPCs that fully talk to you using generative AI, and that did not happen. Next, we have Bethesda/Microsoft will announce an Elder Scrolls TV show. It's a pretty fun prediction, but it didn't happen. Next, Hollow Knight Silksong will come out in May. Not only did it not come out in May, it didn't come out at all. Second to last, we have Valve will announce a non-VR Half-Life game. Didn't happen. Was rumored to happen, but didn't happen. And finally, NVIDIA will announce a Steam Deck competitor, which did not happen. Then my bonus outlandish prediction was Apple buys Nintendo. Didn't happen as far as I know. And my game is Far Cry 2. So that's 1 point for me.
Okay, 1 point for Kirk. Maddy, you're up next.
Okay. My first one was the Switch 2 will be called the Super Nintendo Switch. I didn't win this, as far as I know. My next one, Metroid Prime 4 will be a launch game on the Switch 2 in 2024. That didn't happen. Would have been nice. Number 3, Summer Game Fest 2024 will get material participation from either Sony or Nintendo. Okay, I actually thought I predicted the opposite of this. Is this written down wrong? I thought I wrote that it wouldn't get material participation from either.
No, well, that was the original one, and then we switched it on the air because I pointed out that would be status quo for for them to not be.
So
there.
then do I win this because Sony participated?
You do. I was
oh my God, I get
SGF
a point?
campus, and I played Sony.
I came into this episode thinking I got
played
nothing.
PlayStation games on Summer Games Fest campus. So
that's
yes,
right.
You
oh my
win this.
God, I got a point.
1 point for Maddy.
Whoa, this changes everything. Okay. Well, continuing on.
This is how low the bar is. Getting one right, it's like the whole thing is up in the air.
I literally thought I got 0 points heading into this episode, so this is actually really exciting for me. Anyway, my next one, Warner Brothers will announce a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy. This did not happen.
I don't think that you win this because it wasn't announced with a teaser or a name or a trailer or anything, but during an executive interview, Warner Brothers mentioned we have a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy in the works. So I don't know if that really counts for prediction purposes.
Wouldn't count that personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was very obvious that one was in the works. I think the spirit of this prediction was that it would be announced so quickly.
Announcement, an actual splash screen somewhere, that kind of thing.
Right. So it's a no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is my next one. Tears of the Kingdom will announce DLC after all. Would have been cool. Did not occur.
Too bad.
Next one. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will not kill off that one character who we all know died in the original game, and instead a different character will be killed in that same way. This did not occur. And my next prediction was 3 major games will use AI voices in a method similar to the finals, meaning human actors' performances are bolstered by AI trained on their voices. This didn't happen. And in fact, AI is a real sticking point for voice actors right now. It's one of the things they're striking over and arguing about. So kind of the opposite of this happened, if anything. And then my 7th prediction was, or whatever, I don't know what number I'm on. My next
8th.
prediction was Geoff Keighley will become embroiled in a career-threatening scandal. In parentheses, people will refer to him as canceled. As we all know, this happened. Just kidding. It didn't happen. That man is squeaky freaking clean. Very, very humorous prediction, but I don't know why I thought that would occur. My 9th prediction, we will see a major biopic film announced about a video game streamer. This didn't happen. I can't believe it still hasn't, but...
The Ninja movie is still in development hell.
And then last but not least, Dragon Age Dreadwolf will be canceled. No, it wasn't. I played it.
Well, Dragon Age Dreadwolf was canceled, and Dragon Age The Veilguard came out.
This? I don't.
I mean,
I don't know. I feel like in a way, in another very important way, I won this prediction.
All right, what's your bonus and game?
My bonus wacky prediction was Kristen Stewart will get cast as Link in the Zelda movie. This could still happen. And my game, if I win, is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Apparently, I have 1 point.
Nice. 1 and 1. Wow, impressive showing so far.
Whoa, neck and neck.
killing it so far.
All right, my turn. My predictions are, number 1, Metroid Prime 4 will launch on Switch and Switch 2. TBD. Number 2, Konami will release the Suikoden Remastered Collection within 4 weeks of Eiyuden Chronicle. This did not happen. The Suikoden Remastered Collection is coming out in March of this year. Number 3, a different character will die instead of Aerith. That did not happen. Same one as Maddy's. Number 4, Elden Ring DLC is so substantial it turns into a standalone budget-priced game like Uncharted Lost Legacy. So this was referring to the DLC that became Shadow of the Erdtree. But a different Elden Ring budget-priced game did just get announced.
It's a tricky one. I don't know what to do with this
one. It is a tricky one. So I was specifically referring to the Elden Ring DLC that was announced at that point.
Yeah.
And it says DLC here.
It's hard for me to argue that this is a win for me. But
it's not.
You could definitely argue that like this multiplayer thing that is coming out
it's very
was
close.
like turned into like DLC that turned into a thing. But I'm not going to even, I don't think I deserve the win. So I won't take it. Number 5, Nintendo will do something substantial with the Mother series. That did not happen. Number 6, Apple will announce a big budget exclusive game for Apple Vision Pro. That did not happen. In fact,
Remember the Apple Vision Pro?
Apple Vision Pro is basically dead.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Number 7, Civilization 7 will be announced and released this year. I made that too hard for myself because it was announced.
Yeah.
But
you could have just made it
you could have
announced
just gone
too.
with announced.
yeah.
Live and learn.
Oh, well, 0 points for me. We used to do half points back in the day, but then we killed them. Number 8, Microsoft's Activision will bring back Guitar Hero. That did not happen as far as we know. Number 9, the new Switch will make you pay for backwards compatibility. TBD was not announced. And number 10, Saudi Arabia will buy a major video game company. You know what's funny? Saudi Arabia said last year in 2024, they said, we're looking to do a big purchase next year in 2025. And I saw that and I was like, damn. My bonus is the Zelda movie will feature a completely silent Link. Zelda movie.
Would love that.
Is nowhere to be seen.
TBD.
And my game was Crosscode. We will not be playing Crosscode because I had a big whopping 0 donut for me. So the verdict is Kirk 1, Maddy 1, Jason 0. For you two, we have a tie, which means we'll have to go to the tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker, if you guys will remember, it was Game Awards predictions. And in first place for that was me. In second place was Maddy Myers. And in third place was Kirk Hamilton, which means the winner of 2024 predictions is Maddy Myers, who came in thinking she got 0.
Congratulations, Maddy Myers.
Actually, legitimately shocking to me because I had my own prediction written down incorrectly.
Do you guys see? I just want to show you in the back. If you look, I don't know if you can see it in the back of my camera right now, but like my 3DS is charging over there.
Oh my God.
We are going to be playing Ocarina of Time.
To dig up my 3DS.
This is the second time I have forced Jason to play a 3DS game.
Maddie, get this. The cartridge that was in there was Kirby Planet Robot.
I'm sure
That's the
it
last
is.
time that I played it.
And you
funny.
still have a battery that doesn't stay charged, right? Like, wasn't that an issue last time?
Oh, I kind of remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It'll be fine.
Cross that bridge when you get to it.
I mean-
hey, congratulations, Maddie. Way to
Yay,
go.
oh my
I mean,
God.
Ocarina of Time. I'm excited to replay
I know, I
that.
love
played
that
it a
game.
long
This is
time.
going to be so fun. Wow.
So we will be figuring out exactly when we're going to play that and talk about it. The three of us will huddle off air, and we'll give everybody like a date in advance so that all you fine listeners can play it along with us, and we'll talk about it. I imagine it'll be a couple of episodes of really diving deep into that game, but we'll see. And yeah, that feels like a win for all three of us. So we get to
kind
play
of is.
Zelda Ocarina of Time.
I totally agree.
I really recommend the 3DS version to the listeners, by the way. It's excellent. Really great control scheme on that one compared to the original, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
Agree.
All right. Well, now it's time for the main event. What we think is going to happen in 2025. You guys
Here we
ready?
go.
You prepared
Sure.
for this? Let's hope we do better than 1, 1, and 0 this time.
Will
All right?
No,
we?
even if
I
we
don't
don't.
know.
It's the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, I actually, mine are a little bit easier on myself, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Kirk, take us away.
All right, here we go. Here are my 10 predictions for 2025. Number 1, at least one game will be released and then unreleased within the same year.
The Concord effect.
The Concord.
Yes, and now that
Scenario.
we've seen that become a trend, that will happen. Number 2,
Wait, hold on. For one, I just want to be really specific with this. By unreleased, can unreleased mean that like, what does unreleased mean specifically? Does that mean it's not playable anymore? It's not on store shelves anymore? Like, what does it mean exactly, unreleased?
yeah, I guess not on store shelves anymore. Like
Okay.
maybe if you own it, they let you keep it. I don't really know. You know, it could look like a few
But you
different
can't
things.
buy it.
You can't buy
Yeah,
it
like it's
anymore.
like it comes out and then they're like, whoop, never mind, we're not selling it anymore.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're as specific as possible.
So number 2, Hollow Knight Silksong will actually come out. Number 3, this is another repeat. Valve will announce a new non-VR Half-Life game.
Shocked you're announcing this.
I predicted this so many years.
They're all just
This is
Kirk
my year.
predictions so far. Well, not really number one, but
And one more that I'm going to just bring back because I'm annoyed not to get to find out whether it was right or not, and that is number 4, the new Nintendo console will have the word Switch in the name. Number 5, Conan O'Brien or Geoff Keighley will appear in Death Stranding 2. This is an either or both situation.
okay.
Didn't they both appear in the first
So
one?
this would be reprising. Yeah, this
Yeah,
would be
like
one
they're
or
gonna be
the
back.
other of them would be reprising their previous role.
Yeah, they're going to come back in Death Stranding 2.
Although I guess we can count it if they play a different role.
Yeah, right. Just that they're going to, right, maybe they're like the son of the character from the first one or something. I don't know.
Sure.
The ghost son. I don't know how Death Stranding lore really works. Number 6, Valve will announce a new Steam controller that is on par with the Steam Deck. So like that would like work with the control schemes for the Steam Deck, which the current Steam controller does not. So they will announce a new Steam controller. Number 7, you will be able to pet the dog in the Game Awards Game of the Year winner, i.e. the game will have a pet animal interact prompt.
That's a good prediction. That seems likely.
Thank you. I think it's pretty good too.
How many? I feel like all games these days like allow
Not
you to
all,
do petting.
not all.
I don't
petting
know.
animals.
Yeah, not all.
I'm
just gonna
not.
say
I'm not
that
pushing back on this. It's
No,
a
no, I
very
know.
funny prediction.
I don't actually really know how likely it is or not. I didn't like go do the math on every nominee.
I mean, I don't think you can pet the dog in Astrobot, so you would have lost this year. So
I wonder, you might be able to pet a
Yeah,
dog
you,
in
you
Astro.
can pet things, and I feel like you can. It's all about adorable interactions.
It's true.
Balatro, you could not pet a dog.
Right.
No. you can't pet the
Metaphor,
dog in Balatro.
Refantasio. I feel like you can pet things in Metaphor.
I think you can pet cats in Metaphor. I think there's like a cat, maybe.
Seven,
Well, anyways.
seven Rebirth, you can definitely pet things. So
Yes,
like you would have had a
for
good
sure.
chance last last year.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see with next year. But yeah, that seemed like a fun one.
Okay.
Number 8, at least 2 Game Awards Game of the Year nominees will be for a studio's first game. So at least 2 of them will be like debut games from a studio.
And this is for Game of the Year nominees.
For Game of the Year.
Not just the full
of the Year
Game
nominees.
Awards, because that wouldn't...
No.
Yeah,
just
okay.
Game of the Year category. Number 9, in the new Fable, you will be able to plant an acorn and have it grow into a tree. That's a callback for old Fable fans.
Okay.
For a famous Peter Molyneux promise that he made about the very first Fable game that has yet to be true. And I predict there will be like they'll put that somehow in the new Fable game.
Wasn't that one of your predictions at one point in the past? I feel like you've had a Fable acorn prediction at some point.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Maybe I'm bringing it back from like
From like a
10
previous
years ago
Fable.
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
The last time there was a Fable? Okay.
Okay, and final prediction number 10. Square Enix will announce Final Fantasy VII Return. So really, this is me predicting that the third Final Fantasy remaking will be announced and that the name will be FF7 Return. There are a lot of possibilities for this one, and I'm going with Return, but there's a lot that it could be. So I really don't know about this one, but that's my 10th prediction.
How about Returnal? Final Fantasy VII Returnal.
A lot of people suggested Final Fantasy VII Revengeance.
Revengeance, that's
A
good.
lot
to
of
admit
people
it's pretty
suggested
good.
that? Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's it. Okay, so then my bonus, Nintendo will announce that they're bringing games to Steam, which seems fairly unlikely.
Yeah.
And my game, I kind of went back and forth on this, but I think the one that would be most interesting to talk about would be Soma. So my game pick is Soma.
I do love that game. You often pick games that I really like.
I haven't played it in a long time.
Should we note the bonus wild prediction is worth 2 points, right? I don't know if we
Yes.
explained that
we forgot
before.
to say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just that's why there is a bonus wild prediction.
Yes.
If this is
You
your
have to pick
first
something
time
extremely unlikely.
listening to this.
It should really be worth like 5 points.
It
but
should,
yeah, 2 points
because
is okay.
it's never come true
Then
for
again,
any of us.
given how we score, 2 points.
I guess given
is
our track
outrageous.
record, yeah, 2 points is,
could be a deal
yeah,
breaker,
yeah.
actually. So
It would have turned this whole thing around
It
this
would've.
time, and I think last year as well.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to just kind of rattle them off real quick again so people can hear them all?
Why don't we? What if we did that at the end? Maybe
Okay.
once we've
Yeah,
all gone.
we can do
yeah,
that.
sure.
Maddy, you're up.
Okay. My first one. A Deadpool video game will get announced. I feel like he's overdue for one. He had a kind of bad one a few years ago, but he's back in action now.
Okay.
2, the Guillemot family will get pushed out of controlling Ubisoft. 3, Metroid Prime 2 and 3 will get remasters released on the Switch in 2025. So we'll get the full trilogy on the Switch by the end of the year. Number 4, this is a repeat prediction.
Maddy, does 3 for 3? Are you saying any Switch? Like it could be Switch
any Switch.
2? Okay.
Any Switch. I guess I'm kind of suggesting the original Switch. But
Right, well, that's
let's
why
say
I'm
any
asking.
Switch. Let's say any
Let
Switch.
yourself out. Yeah, let it be either.
Okay.
All right, number 4. This is my repeat prediction. A full-length film will be screened in Fortnite. I just still think this is going to happen at some point.
Oh yeah.
Number 5. A game made on Roblox will become a huge hit/phenomenon on the scale of Pokemon Go or Among Us. Very Maddy style prediction. I feel like we'll know it when we see it. I know that's a little subjective, but we all kind of know what that means. Number 6. Microsoft/Xbox will remove the requirement for new Xbox games to be able to also run on the Xbox Series S.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Number 7. The Switch 2 won't be hindered by tariffs. So there's a couple ways this could happen, which I'm just saying, like, for the sake of the listeners understanding it, which is Trump could carve out an exception for them, which he did for certain Apple products in his last time being president, or he just might not do the tariffs thing entirely. Regardless, I don't think the Switch 2 is going to be impacted by them.
How would you define impact
Yeah,
here?
that's the only thing that's tricky.
Monetarily, like it's pretty binary in that it's the same as like when Apple products were like had a specific acceptive carve out last time. It's like either you have to pay an additional massive fee or you don't. And if the tariffs are in place, we'll know one way or the other if they affect everything.
Yeah, this is outside of my like realm of expertise, but I believe that you know how to verify that, so sure.
Yeah, I mean, we
Well,
can only
so what
hope.
if-
Here's why it probably wouldn't happen, is because a lot of the parts are going to be manufactured in China. And like, that's the reason why Trump is imposing these tariffs, is because he's trying to get manufacturing to happen in the United States. And part of how Tim Cook got away with it the first time around with Apple products is that he had Trump tour this factory in Texas and showed him that we manufacture some Apple stuff here. And he explained that Samsung is based out of Korea and how is he supposed to compete with them. I think it would actually be pretty hard for Nintendo to make a case like that to Trump. So I actually think this is pretty unlikely to happen.
And they manufacture Switches. Where are the Switches manufactured now? Are they manufactured in China or in...
Parts are manufactured in China, yeah.
Okay. And then they're shipped here from Japan? Like, do we pay tariffs on them as Japanese goods? These are the things that I don't know because I'm a saxophonist.
Right. That's the question
that's
I
right.
would wonder too. Like who is, if we're not...
Who would be paying the tariffs to?
Well, if Nintendo is making them in Japan using Chinese parts, then nothing from China is getting sold.
But the tariffs apply to anything that's shipped from out of the country, at least according to what Trump's proposing now.
Yeah, I guess I just don't know whether I don't really understand it. so I
If
don't
you
know.
want, I can put in a different prediction here. If you guys feel like this is just too confusing for you, I went kind of down the rabbit hole and read a bunch about this today.
I feel like it might be just tricky to like even figure out. Like we might not know the answer to this by the end of this year.
That's fair. All right, I'll replace it with Half-Life 3 will be announced. That's one of my backups.
Okay.
Take it.
It's
Go
fine.
for it.
Okay.
All right, number 8. Silksong will get a release date announcement that will be, it's out right now, parentheses,
Oh,
which
okay,
means
they'll
I am
get a-
also implicitly predicting Silksong comes out in 2025.
Right.
But there's a
I hope they
slight
do that.
modification on that.
But yours is even harder than Kirk's, so you're making it harder for yourself.
But I just feel like they do that for us at this point. You know what I
Okay, yeah.
mean? I hope
Okay.
so. Number 9, there will be 2 more prominent live service game failures in 2025 in the style of Conquered and Suicide Squad.
Okay. Everybody kind of sees these ones coming. I
Yeah.
think.
I mean, I hope not. Like, so, well, that's
For
the one
the
where I'm
sake
like,
of
I
all-
actually
yes,
hope this
of
doesn't
course.
come true. And number 10, Waluigi will figure into a new Mario game.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get the return of Waluigi.
So he'll come back in somewhere.
Okay.
And my bonus prediction, you guys are going to love this. Half-Life 4 will be announced.
Oh, shit. They're like they do like Gabe Newell in front of the Marvel thing. Like 17 different Half-Life titles.
I love that.
my God.
I love that. What if
That's
it's like
definitely
Half-Life
gonna
3 episodes 1, 2, and 3 or something like that?
Like they put out Half-Life 3 and then they're like, and they like show a big
Right.
4.
One more thing. Amazing.
This will
Amazing.
definitely
That's good.
happen. I'm returning to an old standby, which is Super Metroid. I still just think
great.
it would be cool if we played that, and I lost
hell yeah.
last time I picked it. So maybe this
Okay.
is my year. Who knows?
It's the year of Maddy. Okay, cool. All right, my predictions. I just changed a couple on the fly so they don't overlap with you two because I want to spice things up a little
Good.
bit. Although one of them I think all three of us have, but let's do it. Number 1, Ubisoft will be sold. This is a little different than yours, Maddy, because the Guillemets could still
Yeah, I had a really specific one.
presumably
Yeah.
be in charge if it's sold. I was going to do a specific one, like will be sold to Saudi Arabia, but I decided to make it easier
Yeah,
on myself.
Smart.
Number 2, an Xbox Studios game will be nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards, which, believe it or not, has never happened before in 10 years.
Not ever?
Wow.
Not ever. Isn't that
I
crazy?
guess like Skyrim doesn't count because it wasn't an Xbox
Right,
Studios
yeah.
game.
Well,
at the
also,
time.
okay, so specifically the Game Awards, which only started in 2014. I haven't
Oh,
looked
sure,
back
sure,
at like
sure, I
the
see.
Spike Game Awards or something. But the one that started in 2014, never nominated an Xbox. But to your point, Kirk, yes, other Bethesda games have been
Yeah.
nominated, but were not part of Xbox at the time. Now I'm saying for the first time ever, Xbox is going to have a game nominated for Game of the Year. Number 3, a non-VR Half-Life game will be announced. So I think we all win a point if that
Great.
happens.
So that's equal.
and we all win more than a point.
We do.
we win a
We
new Half-Life
win.
game.
It's true. We all win a new Half-Life game. That's true. It's a good thing we played Half-Life 2 in preparation for this
know.
moment.
Hell yeah.
Number 4, a PlayStation game will be announced for PC within 3 months of its PlayStation 5 release. So in other words, this is betting that the time between PlayStation and PC release is going to be a lot shorter than it has been. So like, for example, right now, Spider-Man 2 is about to come to PC a year and 3 months after it came out for PlayStation. I'm saying that window is going to be shortened to 3 months.
The only thing I would suggest, or is there a way we can clarify that you're talking about like a single player, one of those?
Yeah,
games? Because
yeah.
all their service games have simultaneously released.
Yes, not one of the ones they've already said will be simultaneous. So not a Helldivers type game. Yes, a single player like PlayStation Studios game.
Maybe like add some language that clarifies that in the prediction itself.
A single player PlayStation game, or like, I mean,
any game with a staggered release, because it can't apply to something that launches simultaneously.
Yeah.
And when I say single player, I don't want to get pedantic about like if Ghost of Yotai has
totally get what you mean.
We'll pardon that.
Okay, cool. Ghost of Yotai would be a perfect example if that happens.
Right.
Number 5, Ace Attorney 7 will be announced.
Ooh,
shit.
Okay. Why
I'm
not?
so happy. That's kind of my wishful thinking.
That would be pretty great, yeah.
Number 6, Bobby Kotick will get involved with the Trump administration in some way.
Oh, God.
That one seems pretty likely.
It kind of does, doesn't it? Okay.
Not that you shouldn't make it, but just that I don't like thinking about it.
I mean, yeah.
Number 7, EA CEO Andrew Wilson will step down.
Oh, okay.
Maybe to like run Disney or something like that, run another company. Number 8, the Switch 2 will have mass product shortages. Is that specific enough?
That seems very
should I
likely.
say something a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of things we've all said that seem likely.
I know, but...
Yeah, no, I think it's fine. I think there's like a way to clarify. I mean, I know exactly what you mean. It's basically just like a way of defining what that means.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm picturing the thing where it's like you just can't get one forever.
Right.
The way it was with the PS5, that's basically what you're predicting.
I'm going to say Switch 2 will be impossible to get until at least Black Friday, until at least the holidays.
This is perfect. This is how I did it when the PS5 launched. Yeah. I think we put a time limit on it.
It's not obviously not impossible. Like it'll be just like you have to get in a queue and do a whole crazy Best Buy like blitz.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, will not be on store shelves. Like you will not be able to drop by.
You can't walk into a Best Buy
whim.
and get it.
Yeah.
And that's how we've phrased it previously with like supply constraints.
Because I had a prediction like this that's coming back to me now about the PS5.
Yeah.
Number 9, this is a repeat for me. Metroid Prime 4 will launch on Switch and Switch 2 day 1 of the Switch 2. So it's going to come out on day 1 of Switch 2 for both consoles.
And be cross-plat.
Yes. And number 10, there will be fewer video game industry layoffs this year than there were last year.
Okay. How are you going to measure that?
Well, there's layoff trackers that do a pretty good job of estimating it. So what I'll do is we'll use the same layoff tracker.
Got
for
it.
both
Okay,
years.
yeah.
So
okay.
whoever tracks the data.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like the common industry wisdom, but also like I'd love it to be true, and it's totally fine with me as a prediction.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I don't know if it's common industry wisdom. It's like.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that prediction around, but like
it's definitely a prediction.
It's still just a prediction. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know. Like nobody really knows what's going to happen. My bonus is that Amazon will pull out of the video game industry entirely.
Okay.
So like shut down their entire.
How do we know if they do that?
Well, they will shut down Amazon Games, like Amazon Games, which
and that
is
would be
pretty
like
substantial
announced
thing.
in some way. And we could all know that.
Yeah. Oh, that would be thousands of people would be affected. If that happens, it might like my last prediction might be wrong if that were to happen.
Yeah, sure.
But it just it would be pretty wild. And my video game is, drumroll please, Chrono Trigger.
Oh my God. All right.
Fairly long, but you know.
We'll get through it somehow.
Not as long as others.
No, and a great game that would be fun to play.
Also a game, I wanted to pick a game that we'd all be excited to play.
It's got good music.
So, should we just do a quick a review of each of ours? Kirk, you want to kind of rapid fire go through yours?
Yeah,
let's do a rapid fire recap. Okay, my predictions. At least one game will be released and then unreleased within the year. Hollow Knight Silksong will actually come out. Valve will announce a new non-VR Half-Life game. The new Nintendo console will have the word Switch in the name. Conan O'Brien or Geoff Keighley will appear in Death Stranding 2. Valve will announce a new Steam controller that's on par with the Steam Deck. You will be able to pet the dog in the Game Awards Game of the Year winner, i.e. the game will have a pet animal interact prompt. At least 2 TGA Game of the Year nominees will be for a studio's first game. In the new Fable, you will be able to plant an acorn and have it grow into a tree. And Square Enix will announce Final Fantasy VII Return.
It's a good title.
Those are my 10. My bonus is Nintendo will announce they're bringing games to Steam. Oh, and my game is Soma.
Wasn't the one we were all kind of theorizing about last year Reunion, like Final Fantasy VII Reunion?
Right, but that Crisis Core remake is like coming out, like, and it's Reunion. So I think they just can't. I mean, I wouldn't put anything past them because just calling 2 games Reunion is a very JRPG thing to do. But I'd be surprised.
The one you're describing came out like 2 years ago. Crisis Core.
Oh, really?
Reunion.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But yes,
then I never played it. But then it's recent enough that I don't think they would do that.
Maddy, go ahead.
Okay, number 1, a Deadpool video game will get announced. 2, the Guillemot family will get pushed out of controlling Ubisoft. 3, Metroid Prime 2 and 3 will get remasters released on a Switch in 2025. I'm putting the word here. 4, a full-length film will be screened in Fortnite. 5, a game made on Roblox will become a huge hit/phenomenon on the scale of Pokemon Go or Among Us. 6, Microsoft/Xbox will remove the requirement for new Xbox games to be able to also run on the Xbox Series S. 7, Half-Life 3 will be announced. 8, Silksong will get a release date announcement that will be, quote, "It's out right now," which means I'm also implicitly predicting Silksong comes out in 2025. 9, there will be 2 more prominent live service game failures in 2025 in the style of Conquered and Suicide Squad. 10, Waluigi will figure into a new Mario game. My bonus prediction is Half-Life 4 will be announced, and my game is Super Metroid.
I really like your bonus.
I really liked it when I came up with it. It made me really excited.
Yeah.
You never know, you know?
No, it's true. You never do.
And mine, number 1, Ubisoft will be sold. Number 2, an Xbox Studios game will be nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards. Number 3, a non-VR Half-Life game will be announced. Number 4, a single-player PlayStation game will be announced for PC within 3 months of PS5. Number 5, Ace Attorney 7 will be announced. Number 6, Bobby Kotick will get involved with the Trump administration. Number 7, EA CEO Andrew Wilson will step down. Number 8, Switch 2 will not be on store shelves until at least the holidays. Metroid Prime 4, I guess I should specify, will be, I want to go back on that for 1 second, just because it could be announced for release in like November or something. Like, we don't know when it's actually coming out. I just don't want to make this too easy, I suppose.
I mean, I get what you're saying. There's like definitely a good way to phrase it. Switch 2 will be like, we'll have an availability crisis. I think if you just say that or something like.
How about for 6 months? For 6 months after release, or like pick a window after the release date.
You could honestly even just say, I think that what Jason's wrote here, what he has written here.
I think we'll know. Know the spirit of it. Like,
I think
whether
we will
it's true or not.
I can picture it. It's just like, oh my God, they're so hard to get. Mm-hmm. Then he gets it. That's. I think it's kind of that simple.
Also, I actually don't think it's that easy, Maddy, because the PS5 came out during COVID, and that's the main reason it had such bad shortages. So I think like a normal supply chain would. But
there's the whole tariffs thing, which I know you guys don't understand, but it could make it harder to get. I'm sorry.
Are you just going to own us over the tariffs?
Look, I barely understand it either. I just wanted to make a prediction about it.
You guys don't understand tariffs.
I don't know. I think it will impact this, but that's fine. It means Jason will get a point.
I'm sticking with Switch 2. Number 8, Switch 2 will have an availability crisis. Number 9, Metroid Prime 4 will launch on Switch and Switch 2 day 1. And number 10, there will be fewer industry layoffs than last year. Bonus, Amazon will pull out of the video game industry. Game Chrono Trigger. And those are our predictions for 2025. How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
I think you might win, Jason, which I'm fine with. by the way.
I don't know.
Well,
I
I
don't
think
know.
you've got some good predictions in here.
We get to play Chrono Trigger if I win.
I know, it's just fine. I think we all picked pretty fun games, so
Yeah.
not
I
a
wanted
punishment.
to pick a game that would make you both excited and not just dreading
Oh,
a
Maddy.
potential
That's what
win.
I've tried to do every year is like
Same.
because
I'm
then
trying-
it just doesn't matter because we don't really care who wins because it's like, well, we all win.
That's
It doesn't, who
fine,
cares
yeah.
at this point? Like we've all won at least one year.
We've all
It's-
tortured each other enough times too that like we're like trying not to do that again. I think.
Yes.
I don't
It's
know.
true.
At least I am. I feel bad that I'm making you pull out your 3DS again, Jason. I forgot that was a factor last time.
No, it was fine last
All right.
time. The issue you're talking about was, I don't know. It was
I know
not
it's
quite.
just too bad there's not a Switch version of Ocarina, but oh well.
It is too bad there isn't. Well, you can play it on N64's like virtual console thing on the Switch. Do it if you have Switch Online. You can play it on the N64 app within the Switch. You could emulate it on a Steam Deck or something.
That's
It's
a
just
good
not
point.
the 3DS,
but it's not
version,
quite
which-
the 3DS version,
little
which
sharper.
I think is the best one. So I'm
I
definitely
agree.
gonna do
It looks really
that.
good.
Well, and it's fun to
Um,
use. I like using my 3DS. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
There's a lot of good games on there.
Like, I never get it out. I got that Majora's Mask 3DS that like I then almost never used because the 3DS kind of went away a couple years
I
later.
know. Maybe I should have picked the Samus Returns Mercury Steam.
That would have been
game
cool too. That
for
would have been
next
cool,
year.
too.
But I already picked Super Metroid, and I'm not changing
whatever.
it.
That's also
Yeah, I mean, it could be fun. We could all just like rediscover all these amazing 3DS games while we're playing it, and then
I
just like we
know.
become a 3DS podcast. I will say on the point of like us playing games that we want to play or picking games that we want like everybody to enjoy. I think this entire prediction is about like part of the how it was conceived or part of the gimmick of it. Well, at first it was Kirk and I. We were.
You're buying steaks for each other.
Wagering over a steak dinner, but then I think my idea was like, oh, we should have it be making each other play games just so I could get him to play Suikoden 2. Then he
Which
wound up
went
doing
great.
getting me to play Bloodborne
Right, I won
instead,
instead.
which is also
Yes.
a running thing.
yeah, it's changed over the years. I think just as each of us has won multiple times because when you win with a game that is actually kind of like a brutal slog or just
I
long, it's kind of a
know.
Pyrrhic victory, you know, like you don't feel
know.
good the
Not
whole
a-
time.
not
You're
a
kind of
real
guilty and like
Yeah, I know.
It's true.
It's kind of tough to pick the game because you want to pick something fun, and then you want there to be good episodes about it.
yeah, you want it to be something fun to talk about that like listeners will want to play along with.
I think people will like Ocarina of Time, and I think the listeners who've never played it will really enjoy it too. So I'm excited.
stoked. I'm really excited to replay that game. I think I've played the entire thing, but I maybe have never finished it. I've played the first like half like 5 times or something, but I'm not
You
sure if
never
I got all
finished
the
it?
way to the end.
Ah.
I've seen the ending. I've like read about the ending, and I think
Oh,
I've watched
yeah.
it, but I maybe never played it for myself, so it'll be a pretty fresh experience for me.
Yeah, it's a cool game. There's a lot of just like hidden stuff and side stuff you can do, including like a special like a trade chain that gets you the best sword in the game. There's a lot of cool like optional stuff to do too.
Yeah, I never did that stuff. Maybe I'll min-max it this time.
Yeah, and it'll be especially fun playing, I think, for all three of us for the first time since Breath of the Wild came out, because seeing
Yeah.
that kind of evolution is really interesting.
And people really
too.
romanticize Ocarina at this point too as
Yeah.
being like so great. And I wonder if we'll feel that way when we replay it.
I think the main thing with Ocarina that will feel that way is the music, because the music is incredible. It still is maybe the greatest Zelda music of all time.
It might also be the greatest role for Zelda in a Zelda game of all time. But I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe I won't feel that
Even
way. But
greater than Echoes of Wisdom, where she's actually the hero.
I mean, yeah. Echoes of Wisdom doesn't have much story to speak
Right.
of. So
Right.
role is a strong word to describe that.
Interesting.
You
This
know what I
will
mean?
be fun to talk about.
It will
Yeah.
be fun to get into. Okay, guys, let's take a break, and then we'll come back with the first one more thing of 2025.
Have you been looking for a new podcast all about nerdy pop culture? Well, I have just the thing for you. Secret Mysteries of Nerd Mysteries.
Secret Histories of Nerd Mysteries is a weekly pop culture history podcast hosted by me, host Alston.
And me, host Brenda. We've already tackled mysteries such as what happened to the puppets from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Is Snoopy Mexican? And why do people hate Barney so much?
From theme parks to cartoons to 80s, 90s, and 2000s nostalgia, we tackle it all.
Check us out every Tuesday on MaximumFun.org and wherever you get podcasts.
One thing we all have in common, we all have a mind. It makes me so scared because I'm like, when is the bad thing going to happen?
And minds can be kind of unpredictable and eccentric.
Everybody wants to hear that they're not alone. Everybody wants to hear that someone else has those same thoughts.
Depeche Mode with John Moe is about how interesting minds intersect with the lives and work of the people who have them. Comedians, authors, experts, all sorts of folks trying to make sense of their world.
It's not admitting something bad if you say, this is scary.
Depeche Mode with John Moe, every Monday at MaximumFun.org or wherever you get podcasts.
And we are back. Kirk, Maddy, it is time for one more thing. I'm going to go first. So I want to give you guys a little bit of setup here. For the past couple of weeks, my kids have been out of school, and also our babysitter was on vacation. And so my wife and I have been watching them for a full 2 weeks, which if I sound a little bit off today, that is why. But one of the things we wanted to do was watch a movie because my kids haven't really watched any movies. I think maybe my oldest watched Frozen ones, but we haven't had a movie night. So we did a whole big thing of having a movie night. I made popcorn on the stove, and we got some treats, and they got in their pajamas and blankets. It was very fun. And we decided to watch Encanto. Have either of you watched Encanto?
Yes, I have.
Oh, yes.
Very
Oh my
catchy
God.
songs.
Encanto is an incredible movie, and the soundtrack is so good that it has become the soundtrack of our house over the last 2 weeks. Every single car ride, every single time we're in the kitchen, we just have that incredible Encanto music playing by Lin-Manuel Miranda. This might be some of his best work yet. Those songs are all bangers. There are 8 of them. I think 6 in English, 2 in Spanish, and every single one is just killer. From the main one to the big famous one was, of course, We Don't Talk About Bruno, but also the family madrigal is incredible. Surface Pressure, What Else Can I Do might be the sneaky best one of the bunch. They're all so friggin' good. Everything about them, the melodies, the lyrics. I would listen to a strong songs all about Encanto music.
Enchant.
They're super. What a movie! What an incredible movie! I feel like adults might not love the movie quite as much, but the music, which is a large chunk of the movie itself, is just so good that I feel like everybody should listen to it. And because my children are children, we have of course watched Encanto 3 times over the last 2 weeks.
Well, at least it's pretty good. I don't know.
It's great. No, I have no problem rewatching.
Can I ask you, Jason, have you guys watched Moana yet?
No. Well, so actually, 2 or 3 nights ago, we were telling my oldest, we were like, we want to have a movie night tonight. Let's watch Moana. She was like, no. She's like, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to watch a movie. And then finally, my wife was sitting down with her, and my wife comes over to me and she's like, okay, our oldest, she agreed to watch a movie, but it has to be Encanto again.
You'll get there. Yeah, don't rush it, I guess. But I think Moana will become a similar phenomenon in your house.
Yes, we will watch it.
With
my
more
kids,
amazing Lin-Manuel Miranda music, of course.
Yeah, I'm excited. Did he write all of the music of Moana or just one of the songs?
No, he wrote all of
it. Yeah, all of it.
That was the precursor to Encanto was Moana.
Got it. Yeah, so my kids, for people who don't know, are 5.5 and 2.5 at this point. So still a little bit young to be really watching movies, especially the youngest one.
Through it all.
And getting through it all. They can be long. Even with Encanto, my daughter wanted to skip through a few of the scenes that are a little scary, or when Abuela and Maribel are fighting. She doesn't want to see that. So we're not quite at the point where we're regularly watching all these different movies. I wanted to do Home Alone in the Christmas spirit, but even that feels I think we're still
maybe
a few years away.
Maybe a little too scary still, but an amazing movie.
Well, I think she would really appreciate the gags and the silliness of it all, but the idea of burglars might be a little too scary for her, and also she's never watched anything live action. So TBD on that one. But yeah, Moana is that's the one we want to do next.
Nice.
But
that's exciting.
Just gotta keep pushing her and getting her into it.
It might be my favorite Disney movie, Moana. It might still
pretty
be my
incredible.
Favorite. I really love it.
Good.
It's really good.
That's good to know. Okay, I'm excited. But Encanto, man, Encanto is so good.
I mean,
so
I
good.
agree. It's a great movie.
We went and saw Wicked with my nieces who are 11 and 14 in theaters. That movie rocks. rocks, just as a side note. I thought I liked it better than the Broadway musical, but it was pretty long for my 11-year-old niece. She was a little like they were both really into it just because it's like a great movie, but it's like 2 hours and maybe 2.5 hours long. And there was definitely like, it was pushing it toward the end there. So yeah. And she's 11, so
yeah,
it's definitely something you build up to.
I mean, I'm 38 and that's long for me. So
yeah, I was going to say.
True.
And this is like part 1, right?
Yeah.
It's the first act of the music.
Duology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maddy, what's your one more thing?
Mine is also some movies. So I'm back on my watching movies for the first time that are extremely famous and everyone else has already seen. So
I haven't seen either of these.
Oh my God.
I haven't either.
Whoa. Okay.
I know.
So I
got a lot of movie blind spots.
I did a personal Scorcese double feature for myself, which was Taxi Driver and King of Comedy, which is perhaps the most unhinged double feature you could possibly perform on yourself.
Sure.
If you don't know what these movies are about, they're both about Robert De Niro playing a character who loses his mind over the course of the film. I mean, that's probably an easier way to describe Taxi Driver. He gets increasingly radicalized, gets kind of obsessed with the idea of assassinating somebody. It's kind of a horror movie, has a really weird ending that I can't spoil because it's too strange to even describe, but I really recommend it. And I was very freaked out by it. And then I watched King of Comedy, which is kind of like the opposite in that it's like Robert De Niro's character lives in a fantasy world where he's the most successful comedian of all time, but he's actually just living in his mom's basement and has created like these kind of paper standees of like the sort of David Letterman type character who's a fictional guy in the movie and like imagines himself constantly performing, and then just the illusion becomes real for him and he starts stalking the guy, and it just, I don't know, it's kind of like Uncut Gems level of stress for both of these movies because things keep getting heightened, but they're really, really good. Like both just incredible movies, and they both have amazing endings that had me be like, what? Like, I can't believe we got here. So I really recommend them, and they're a great double feature of just like Scorsese and De Niro doing the damn thing and being incredible.
Isn't the Todd Phillips Joker movie, the first one, kind of like King of Comedy, like a riff on that?
So that's part of why I watched these. I watched that movie Joker when it came out and didn't like it.
That's right. I think you talked
much.
about it on the show. I haven't seen it.
And I meant to watch these two because I know that people like kept comparing Joker to these, and then I kind of saw people talking about Joker 2 recently, and I was like, I never got around to watching Taxi Driver and King of Comedy. Are those streaming anywhere? And they both are. So I just went ahead and watched them because I kind of had Joker on the brain already, and it was a good decision. And I think they're both better than the movie Joker in a lot of ways. So
not a controversial take, I don't
think.
But yeah, I want to see them both.
Pretty cut and dry, actually.
Yeah, nice.
They're both great.
Kirk, your one more thing.
My one more thing is something that Emily and I did over the holidays when her family was visiting. Her parents were visiting us. And we took them down to the recording studio and we all got together and I set up microphones and we recorded an interview with them. We recorded an interview kind of like a podcast. And it was really amazing. And I sort of just wanted to mention it here on the show because I just feel like, I don't know, maybe someone out there listening, this might spark something for them, or it might make them think, I've actually thought about doing that before, and maybe I should really do it. And that is my advice. If you've ever thought about doing this, you should do it. And if you've never thought about doing this, you should think about it. There is a website, it's like a nonprofit maybe called StoryCorps, like CORPS. And it's an initiative to just record a ton of normal people just telling their stories. And they have a website, we'll link it in show notes. We kind of used it to come up with some of the questions because Emily kind of ran the interview and, she like pulled up questions to ask her parents to start with. And then I kind of was like second fiddle and running the board and also would just chime in with follow-up questions. And that was a really good way to do it. StoryCorps they give you a lot of resources. I think they have like an app you can use if you want to just use your phone to record an interview. Like you could just go to the website and look at what they've got. You don't have to use them, but they're kind of useful. But mainly I just wanted to throw the idea out there for anyone because it was really surprising to me how different the conversation was than all of the times that we've talked to Emily's parents. Emily's parents are really cool. We get along. They're neat people. They've lived interesting lives, and I talk to them a lot about their lives. But formalizing it into an interview setting really changed things. And I kind of I almost want to make it a rule that anybody who comes and stays here has to be interviewed, has to come down to the studio and like sit for an interview, just because it was so cool, like to just start out asking someone about where they grew up and their town. And then if it's someone that you know, or especially like an in-law or maybe a relative that you see, like an aunt or an uncle that you see, but like not all the time, you could ask them like questions that you just would normally never have a chance to ask. Like, oh, how much older are your older brothers? Like, which is something that you might just not know. You might not even know that about your parents, you know? And it was so cool. And then also we now have the recording of that conversation, which is just something that I, at least since I lost my dad last year, have really regretted that I don't have like longer recordings of him to listen to. Like we didn't really record ourselves a lot. I thought about doing this a lot. Like I would come down and kind of suggest it to them when we'd visit. I'd be like, oh, you know, I just want to chat with you guys and like maybe we can record it like a podcast. And it wasn't like, oh, because when you're gone, I'll be able to listen to you. It was the same idea. Like, oh, I just want to have this meaningful conversation, have it kind of be a different context, you know, have it be like an interview. But it never worked out because it's sort of weird to put it to people at first. Like you'll feel kind of awkward. Like even with Emily's parents, I had to kind of push. I was like, hey, let's make it happen. Like, let's do it. I set up all the microphones. Come on down. Like I had to make it really easy because it's just easier to just sit around on a visit and spend the day on your reading your book or on your phone or whatever. But like if you kind of push for it, the minute you get going, it's really, really easy. And I really regret that I never did that, especially with my dad. And it's really awesome that we did it with Emily's parents. And now like every time they come, I think we'll just do it again and pick a new topic and maybe prepare, you know, tell them something they can prepare in advance if they want to, you know, remember people's names or look up stuff about their town. And yeah, I think everyone who visits, we're going to do it as well. So basically like interview everyone you know all the time. Is my advice. Don't not to turn it into content, not to like start a podcast or whatever or monetize it. You'll just keep it yourself. You may never listen to it, but the process of doing it is a really amazing experience and totally worth doing. Like it's, you know, better than whatever sitting around that afternoon would have been. You know, it takes a couple hours and it's totally worth it. So that is my advice to everybody here in the new year. Something to think about for this coming year is interviewing your friends, family, and loved ones.
I did it to my 92-year-old grandma a few years ago.
That's so awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
But my thinking was actually, it's interesting to hear that you're doing it because my thinking was like to pass this along to children, and you obviously do not have children to pass it along to. But
no, but I mean,
it sounds like you're getting a lot more out. Like the recording might never be listened to, but you're just getting a lot out of the process itself.
I think so, yeah. And I mean, we'll definitely hand this on down to our nieces. Like there will be, there will be a sort of a. We'll keep it around. We'll send it on to people.
Well, I was gonna say, or you could hand it down to your golden retriever and see if she'll eat the tape.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
That's a great idea. I love that. It sounds really cool. So StoryCorps, I guess, is called.
Yeah, StoryCorps is that's the website.
All right.
All right. Well, that is it for this week's episode. We will be back next week for our second episode of 2025. Which should we just do that every single week?
I think so.
At some point it'll get old. At some point
Welcome
it'll be
back
like
to our 25th episode of 2025.
It's so funny because like 2025 is now, but hearing 2026 still seems like forever away, right? Like that still seems like so long from now, but that's just a year from now. It's crazy.
I know. It's really weird.
Anyway, I'll see you both next week.
Yeah, see you both next week.
Bye.
Triple Click is produced by Jason Schreier, Maddy Myers, and me, Kirk Hamilton. I edit and mix the show and also wrote our theme music. Our show art is by Tom DJ. Some of the games and products we talked about on this episode may have been sent to us for free for review consideration. You can find a link to our ethics policy in the show notes. Triple Click is a proud member of the Maximum Fun Podcast Network, and if you like our show, we hope you'll consider supporting us by becoming a member at MaximumFun.org/join. Find us on Twitter at TripleClickPod, send email to tripleclick@MaximumFun.org, and find a link to our Discord in the show notes. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Maximum Fun, a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows.
Supported
directly
by you.